destruction.
Welcome. That's not right. You don't need to disregard. Hey, how goes it, y'all? How's your life? How's your family? How's your friends? How's your Nocty beard? Caught this one. Okay, gotta go. Wow. An emotional roller coaster you just put us through, bud. Thanks for coming by. Either way, no matter how temporary it is, you're always welcome in this chat. Always and forever.
I've got balls of steel.
Yep. How are y'all feeling today? What y'all think about this dang old ghoul update, though? I haven't. Event for what? What event is it? What's the thing? What's the doodad, the hoo-ha? What's the business? Whiffed. What is whiffed? Besides a move that you teach a Pokemon. No idea what that is. Making a couple of uploads here. Couple things that behind on posting. Stream started kind of late because I forgot to set the clock ahead. Well, at least this clock that's right here. So I was going by that time thinking, oh, it's 3 o'clock or it's 4 o'clock. There's plenty of time. And then, oh, actually it's 5 o'clock. You got an hour, bud. Uh-oh. Time to kick it into gear. Cycling simulator video game using real bicycle. Wow. Phenomenal. Good way. How long you been doing that? Is that something you just started up recently, or is that something you usually do? Pretty, you usually do that pretty frequently, or? All right, all that is good. Go ahead and get. Nice. Yeah, that's cool. Combination of video games and exercise. Very addicting. That's interesting because you have the video game element, right? Which makes it addicting, but getting addicted to the thing while also getting you in shape. That's awesome. There are worse things to be addicted to than that. There are worse things. Borderlands clip. Wow. From the new Borderlands. Really excited for that game. What do you guys think about Borderlands? You be playing 4 when it comes out? Gotta make a post real quick. Now, love now. Right. Cool plus grocer backpack. Toxic. Reduction. Yeah. Ah, there we are. Yeah, Toxic Goo is probably going to be the best bet for most people because free. Anybody can get it. Well, if you have the West Tech quest done, well, and not even done, you just have to be able to get into the first section of West Tech. So super easy to get, free resource. West Tech is going to be a ghoul's best friend. Ghoul that's going to be one of your favorite spots. That is the place to be. Is PTS. Try to see if possible to switch to a ghoul on this character. I don't remember if this character has become a ghoul. The new event, the Big Bloom.
Ooh. Ow.
Second. Ooh. Who in there?
That'll show those giant waves not to mess with Susan. Well done, sweetheart. Oh, he's back. My arch nemesis, Beelzebub. You won't get my flowers, you audacious bug.
A lot of weird looking mobs. Whoa, what the hell is that? Beelzebub, giant bee of yore. What the hell is this, dude? Wow. Wow, that was weird. Very strange. Help this. Okay, he's a ghoul. Can't tell if people in power armor are ghouls or not, though. He is not a... Huh. It's going to be interesting about the whole PvP aspect of this, and how do you... If somebody's in power armor, how do you know if they're a ghoul or not? So if you're wearing a full assassin set, and then you go up against a ghoul, your armor is pointless, and then you just die. You're wearing the wrong armor. $15-mile ride today. Nice. Is that... Woo. Is that how many minutes you usually do? It's 15? The name of the quest for be a ghoul. Be able to
Hello, fellow Appalachian. You looking for
some of his buffs.
a... I never got him. Water off a...
Okay. What else we got? Yaz. Come on, Yaz. No, 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 no.
I always... Didn't you give it... Sure.
What you got? Crap. Darn. Oh.
Guest security is our priority.
Treasury notes. Shh. What script we got? 38. Be all right.
Artisan's Corner is the place for creative hands-on learning, and the Wilderness Survival Experience is our most popular program yet.
So, something that's pretty interesting here First big change, or first thing to kind of talk about here in PT, is this huge buff to Rejuvenated. It Rejuvenated. Big honking buff. Benefits of being well fed or hydrated further increased when you have less than 10% radiation. So, what does this actually look like? How much does this actually give us? After the update, if these changes actually stick, Rejuvenated is going to be very good choice. Post update. Now Rejuvenated is kind of kind of an afterthought perk card, really. But now a lot different. So let's see. Without Rejuvenated, look at our stats, see what we're looking like. Fully fed, fully hydrated. Okay, so fully fed, we've got 35 HP, 1 strength, 35% disease resist. Fully hydrated, plus 1 endurance, plus 35 AP regen, 35 disease resist. So plus 1 strength, plus 1 endurance, plus 35 health, plus 35% AP regen, plus 70% disease. Right? This is without Rejuvenated. So here, put Rejuvenated on. Check out the stats again. Now fully fed, plus 45 HP, plus 2 strength, plus 40% disease. Fully hydrated, plus 2 endurance, plus 45% AP regen, and another 40 disease resist. So disease resist goes up to 80%, and we get plus 1 to those special, or plus 2 special stats instead of plus 1. AP regen and a little bit of health boost. Now, where it gets interesting, because this is where it gets interesting. Was it all you needed to know? Rank 2 Rejuvenated. Rejuvenated. Plus 4 strength. Plus 60 HP. Plus 45% disease resist. Plus 4 endurance. Plus 60% AP regen. And you get a total of 90% disease resistance, which you have Company T going. There's 20% disease resist right there. On top of the 90%, you have 110% disease resist. So you're probably safe to say not going to catch a disease running this. But coolest thing here is this pretty big HP buff and plus 4 to strength. So 2 ranks of Rejuvenated gives you plus 3 extra special stats, plus 3 extra to strength, plus 3 extra to endurance. Now, this is crazy because that is the equivalent of solar powered, which gives plus 3 strength and plus 3 endurance, but only half of the day. So if you have solar powered only half of the time you're in game, you're going to get plus 3 strength and endurance. Rejuvenated is giving you plus 3 strength and endurance all of the time. And you're getting 25% extra AP regen. With Company T, with the 90% disease resist, you're pretty much immune from getting a disease. And you get plus 60 health now, being fully fed and fully hydrated. So Rejuvenated is a really good choice, assuming they keep it the way that this is, a really good choice after the update. Right now in the live game, Rejuvenated is kind of whatever. But this is actually also a rare situation where the last rank of a perk card is actually the best version of it. Usually, the first rank of some perk cards is the best quote-unquote bang for your buck value. For instance, we can come over here and look at what is it called? Where's it at? Name of that. Oh, here it is. Ironclad. This is an example of how a lot of perk cards in Fallout 76, not all of them, but some of them, the first rank is the best rank because it increases the most from not having it to the first rank. So for instance, you get 15% more protection. Double if you're wearing a matching set. So if you're wearing a matching set of power armor, you get 30%. Second rank will give you 40%. Third rank will give you 50%. So to go from 0 ranks of Ironclad to 1, you get 30% extra protection, quote unquote. But to go from rank 1 of rank 3, you only get 20 extra for 50 total. 50 is great, but it's not as efficient of an investment, I guess you could say, than the first rank. So most cards, there's a lot of cards that follow that dynamic, where this is one of them also, Gunslinger. The first rank is only plus 6, it is 6%. So to go from 0 ranks to 1 rank, you get plus 6. But to go from 1 ranks to 3 ranks, you only go up to plus 12. So you actually kind of get diminishing returns the more ranks of this that you add. The most bang for your buck is the first rank. So anyway, that's to kind of get back around to say that Rejuvenated, for whatever reason, is kind of the reverse dynamic. The second rank of Rejuvenated gives you the most benefits, bang for your buck, quote unquote, compared to the first rank. Just kind of interesting. You think that maybe they would fix that, but who knows? Dual food guy perk. Toxic hit for. Yeah. Yeah. That one you could. It depends on. Oh, glowing out. 300% more rads. It depends on what else you want to run in endurance. There's the ghouls eliminate a lot of good perk cards in endurance, unfortunately. So you're not going to have as many options as a human for endurance as you would being a ghoul in endurance. So there's probably going to be a little bit more room for a perk card like this. But this is kind of a quality of life kind of thing. When Toxic Goo is free and you can get as much as you want, you can just sit there and get 1,000 Toxic Goo for free. This is kind of cool, but now if it was something like colas, for instance, if this gave 300% more rads to only colas, then this might be a lot more worth it because colas cost caps. You can't just get them for free. Granted, they're decently easy to find, but still, it's not like Toxic Goo where you can't just go to a lake, look down at the lake, and then just get a bunch of quantums, right? But because Toxic Goo is free, this is decent. If you eat a lot of food, if you like to do food buffs, this makes a little bit more sense too, but it's going to be pretty easy with Toxic Goo, even without this, to keep your glow meter up. So, pretty cool. And the PTS, yes, for now, might join a regular game and do some raids. But for now, yeah, just messing around in the PST public server test. And I can. All right. The conundrum right now is on my main character, I turned into a ghoul. Didn't really like it at the time, and then went back to a human. So there's not really an option to go back to a ghoul again, it seems. So I'm going to try to see how far we can get on a new character.
This is a nice place. Never was much of a builder myself.
Okay. Some stuff here.
Why do they keep assigning me maintenance duty? How am I gonna make night without more combat rotations?
Let's try quantum.
This camp grows under the
First contact.
of communism.
Yay, free level up.
Well, is a pretty mask that hides fascism.
Don't really have much right now at the moment. Hey. Nancy with that resub. Hey, thanks a lot. Thank you so much for that resub.
Blow it out your ass.
No, don't do that. Don't listen. Thank you, though. Thank you. Thank you.
Really does mean a lot when you come in and then you hit that button and then it redoes it. And then you hit the button so that way you can hit it again next month. And then the month goes by, you've been working it and getting it, and then you hit the button again. And then another month goes by, and then before you know it, it's November. And then you hit the button, and then before you know it, it's
There is absolutely nothing here. Absolutely nothing here. This is actually kind of interesting. How does this work when you have a new character? So obviously lower levels you go and you pick the thing, but there's not an option here to pick any ghoul cards. So what if you create a new character and you want to become a ghoul?
Never finished.
I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Hey.
Oh, what you doing there, bud? 75 caps. Oh, you have to be level 50. Oh. Okay. 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 Probably not gonna work then. Probably not going to work. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, never mind. That's super easy. Oh, what the freak? All right, let's try to back out, and then we'll see. There is an option to hit become a ghoul on the character selection page, but whether or not the game is actually going to let us do it is something other issue entirely. Weasel. That one's pretty good. Why has no one thought of that one sooner? Weasel. Oh, that's funny. All right. So, become a ghoul. Ooh. Not gonna let us do it. Ten out of 10. Maximum witness. Witty. Big wit. Big wit in your brain. Hella witty, dude. Hella witty. You're a ghoul. Because the game glitched and showed you naked for a second. So we got to see that you're a ghoul, even though you're hiding it. We knew. Bada bing. Also, look at this. Check this the freak out. Sentinels. Ooh. Minus 5% damage taken while not moving. Sentinels. 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 25% damage. Boom. Probably this version of Sentinels is probably not as good as if Sentinels had originally worked the way they were supposed to, but 25% damage reduction is no joke. That's kind of the equivalent of overeaters. Think about it. It's the same kind of damage reduction. So imagine you have overeaters on all your pieces. While you're standing there, you get an extra 25% overeaters buff while you're standing still, right? So overeaters is giving you +6. Actually, +5, right? Freaking Gamma green tea. Harvest additional. So 6% from overeaters increases damage reduction. Minus 5% damage taken while not moving. This is a pretty standard 5% too. It equals out to about a pretty even 5%. So this is probably the same type of damage reduction as overeaters, right? So Sentinels is actually really awesome now. You got overeaters on all your pieces. You've got 30% minus 30% damage reduction. And then if you have Sentinels, while you're standing still, jumping up and down in place or even jetpacking in place, you get an extra 25%. So it's kind of like, think about it like it would be 55% overeaters while standing still, moving your mouse, jumping in place, jetpacking in place. Which, a lot of the time in the raid, what are you doing? Sitting here shooting a boss, right? You're just kind of sitting there shooting the snake, shooting the guardian, right? The trio twins. Yeah, the trio twins.
Blow it out your ass.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, the trio, the Epsilon trio, a lot of the time they don't move that much. So if you're having auto axe and you're sitting there, right? And a lot of time you people PvP, also in PvP, you're not moving that much. So there's a lot of times where you're just kind of jumping up and down to stay moving. So that way it's harder to hit you, but you're not really running a lot in PvP. So Sentinels is good again, which is awesome. Perhaps the 25% damage reduction from Sentinels is not as good as the previous version of Sentinels if it worked correctly, but it didn't work correctly and there was no point to use it. Now there's at least a point to use it and at least has some kind of a use case scenario. So glowing robot mask with super bugs locking. These bullet holes are super big. Looks like. All right. Anyway. What happened in here? All right. So that's pretty cool. Concentrated fire has changed, which is pretty interesting. You still get the extra damage and accuracy per shot, but they got rid of the limb targeting. You don't get the limb targeting bonus until you have 5 perception, and then you automatically get it. Awareness is changed. That's not. Awareness is changed to just more VATS accuracy based on perception, which is kind of butts. Honestly. It would have been cool if they just left awareness the way that it was and didn't change it. Because you're going to have to find something to get to 5 perception anyway. And awareness would be a great card to get there. Some people don't like awareness and they think that it's pointless, but in PvP, awareness is really good because 1, you can see what the person you're fighting resistances are. 2, you can also tell based on their resistances if they're stacking or not. AKA using the power armor glitch and cheating. Awareness will tell you if they're cheating or not. So having awareness is really cool, but now in order to get the old benefits of this, you have to have 10 perception. Like who? And there's a lot of people also that don't like having all that extra info on their VAT screen. But now people that run commando builds are forced to have all that on there. I don't know, that's kind of weird. Awareness should have just stayed the way that it was. If you wanted to add bonuses for having certain number of special stats, for instance, 5 perception means you get to target limbs. That's not that bad. That's not terrible, but awareness should have stayed where it was, honestly. Ironclad. This is one that's really good now. Ironclad right now in the live game is butts, dude. But right now, you can see here, Ironclad, 30% armor bonus. Now, what's interesting about this is it actually shows on the item itself. DR is 147, Energy resistance is 127. Radiation resistance 163. This is on Strangleheart. Now, 147, 127, 163. So, take off Ironclad. Go to that same armor piece. 113, 98, 125. So you can even see it on the item card of the piece of armor itself. Pretty cool. So, Ironclad is a really good perk card, especially one rank of it. You, again, kind of like what we were talking about earlier, you get this best bang for your buck with one rank of this. You could go up to the 3rd rank and get 50%, but one rank is much better, right? I mean, having that extra 20% protection, you just have a full set of Aegis or something, right? But rank 1 of Ironclad is really good. And you can see here, not even trying, 1000 DR, 1100 energy resistance, right? And then let's pop a Psycho buff and a vodka. That's going to go up a little bit. You have a Nuka Dark, actually. Have a new. Okay, so there's an. There's a for them. Okay. So yeah, you can see that's pretty good. Let's add on Sizzling Style, because that was missing. This makes a little bit more sense. Oh, that's weird. Fire resistance is more than poison resistance. That's strange. All this off. Really weird. Why is poison resistance lower? Yeah, Funky Duds is giving plus 200. Sizzling Style is giving plus 200. So why are these? This could just be this could just be a bug. Honestly, it's probably what that is. Because there's nothing else here, unless it's refractor. It's not fireproof, because sometimes fireproof, at least in the main game right now, will shoot this way up. Plus 30 fire is. What? Okay, something's not right. In the main game right now, sometimes when you equip fireproof, it'll say in the Pit-Boy that your fire resistant goes up by 1600. Some crazy. But right now, the PTS, fireproof is only giving you plus 30 resistance. At least that's what it says here. But the number does not change. The number does not change right there. So something weird is happening. So this could just be a bug. But we're going to do Life Giver, Natural Resistance. We're going to do Thirst Quencher, Through Hiker. Rejuvenated. Rejuvenated is badass now. Ironclad, because one rank of that is awesome. And then Fireproof. Cola Nut. Look at that. Not even trying. DR's already at 1,000. Energy resistance is 1117. That's not even with awareness on. Oh, no, not awareness. Refractor. Refractor actually does something decent. For 2 ranks right now, we're getting 55 energy resistance. So let's see what kind of food we got. Alert me. We'll drop that. That. Lots of poison resists right now. Actually, did they fix the thing where you could stack? No. Okay, so you can still stack poison buffs. Okay, so you can see here we use 2 potato soups, so we're getting plus 20% poison. Okay. Interesting. Refractor's pretty decent. If you're running full commando, obviously Refractor would be great because you're going to have maxed out perception. If your perception is only at 5, then Refractor is only giving you 55% or 55 extra. But if you're just trying to get your perception to 5 and able to be able to target limbs, and you're not a commando build, you don't really have a lot of options to get there anyway. So you might as well put Refractor on. It used to be that 4 ranks of Refractor would only give you 40 energy resistance. Now 2 ranks of Refractor with low perception is giving you 55. So, I mean, that's a decent amount, right? Is that what it says? 55 energy. Yeah. Will Bloodied be better than Furious after the patch? That's going to be... who knows? Because the thing with Furious and Pounders is those are going to be based on Onslaught stacks. You could do a full build and not use anything Onslaught at all and never see a single Onslaught stack build up on your HUD. But whether or not Onslaught, maxed out Onslaught character running Furious, and let's say Furious and Pounders on the auto axe, will that be better than Bloodied? Furious and Pounders on the auto axe is already broken right now to begin with, but it's going to be interesting to see how Onslaught is going to compare to Bloodied, and then how being a ghoul is going to be compared to being low health human versus max health, full health human. But then also factoring in Onslaught and all that whole dynamic. So this is a pretty big update. You got to think about it. They're not just adding ghouls, they're adding a whole nother dynamic to the game, Onslaught. So going to be a lot of things to analyze and figure out. It's going to be tough to say. Ghouls do a lot of damage at full health. Obviously, you can never be low health with a ghoul. But it's going to be interesting to see how that damage stacks up once the actual game comes out and people start looking at it, figuring out how that's going to work. Let's try again. It might not let us do. Might not let us. I mean, if it's the public test server, you should be able to change back and forth as much as you want. Okay, if you want to change the dynamic for the live game, fine. But if it's the test server, you should be able to test both of them interchangeably. Right? Yeah. Changing in luck. Not much. Pharma is changing. Decent amount. Scrounger is changing. We're also getting Wild West hands. 36% instantly reload. Which is pretty crazy. Pretty sure that actually stacked with quick hands. So, pretty sure you could use Wild West hands and quick hands at the same time. And then that would give you what? 54% chance to instantly reload. That's pretty crazy. Granted, that takes up 6 perk slots, but you got to think about it like this. More than half of the time, you're doubling your magazine size. And there's a lot of times where those will proc back to back to back to back. Especially if you have both of those. So there's some times where it'll proc twice in a row, 3 times in a row, right? And if it procs 3 times in a row, you essentially have quad on top of whatever your first start is. So quick hands is fun. Wild West hands is fun. Kind of underrated. I mean, it makes sense that people might not want to use these two as much, but this is super fun when it procs. Quick hands. Agility is going to be the toughest thing here for a lot of people because a lot of these are getting changed. Especially all the gunslinger stuff. Gunslinger is getting changed to weak spot damage. So this is essentially pinpointers. Now, this isn't multiplicative. Maybe. This actually might be multiplicative. Maybe. I did a small amount of testing earlier, and equipping this and unequipping this, actually there was a 8% difference in damage when targeting a weak spot. Not 6. It was actually a little bit more. So this might be multiplicative. Maybe. But either way, this is pretty much pinpointers the perk card. Gunslinger Master is cool because this lets you have Onslaught stacks passively. So you just have them. They just build up over time. Every time you attack something, you use them on attacks. So the thing that's interesting about Onslaught, though, is in order to get the benefits of Onslaught, you have to get the stacks first. So you would equip something like this. And then now you would have, let's say your auto axe, for instance. Let's say your auto had pounders on it. Plus 10% damage per Onslaught stack. So, while we sit here and wait, you can see right now, we have...
That's a step up in the world if I've ever seen one.
We have 10 Onslaught stacks now because they're passively being generated. We get rid of Gunslinger Master. The stacks start going away. And now they're gone. So let's try this out. Let's see, without any Onslaught perk cards, if we have Onslaught on a weapon, if it will actually start to build stacks for us.
Oh, you see, the problem. I tried literally. Do you think? Now, some of the of course.
Right. So we don't have any perk cards for Onslaught stacks, but we do have Onslaught stack on pounders. So let's see if it'll actually cause this to if this will generate some stacks for us. Okay, it does. So you don't even have to have any perk cards for Onslaught. You just need to have an Onslaught based prefix or legendary star on your weapon. So this auto axe has pounders. So you get, I mean, and it went to 10 Onslaught stacks very quickly. So see, look, at 10 Onslaught stacks, we do 100% extra damage, right? Now, right now we have 0 Onslaught stacks. Look how quickly this goes up to 10. Now we're at 10. So right now, in less than a second, boom, 100% extra damage. So it goes up super quick. It could be that with any weapon, having pounders is going to be the best thing for melee weapons. Not any weapon, but melee weapons. I mean, it goes up so quick. Now, what we could also do is a very simple addition is we could just equip Gunslinger Master, which is going to give us passive Onslaught stacks being built up over time up to 10. So now while we just stand here, we're already at 10. We use ours up. While we stand here, they continue to go up. So this would essentially let us do more damage more of the time with the auto axe. You know, we're at 7 and 8. Oh, that's interesting. So it uses them up as we attack. Now let's take off Gunslinger Master, and you can see the Onslaught stacks actually go down. The Gunslinger Master just pretty much, your Onslaught stacks are either going down over time or they're going up passively. So here we are. We do not have Gunslinger Master on. We go up to 10 very easily. But what's interesting is when we get to 10 with pounders without Gunslinger Master, it goes up to 10 and it stays there. Now, if we put Gunslinger Master, whatever, what are words today even, right? Now with Gunslinger Master on, our passive stacks go up to 10. However, when we start attacking enemies, the stacks actually go down. So you see, as we stand here, they go up by themselves. They go up by themselves. But when we attack, they disappear. Now, it's probably not what you want with the auto axe. Obviously, having it go up to 10 and stay there while you're attacking is better than having it at 10 and then when you start attacking they disappear because you lose that damage. So if you're going to be using the auto axe with pounders, do not run Gunslinger Master because you want the stacks to build up to 10 and then stay there. So see, it goes up to 10 and it stays there, goes up to 10 and it stays there. Goes up to 10, stays there.
They just want to eat you alive and leave you for dead, like my ex-husband.
That's a lot of mobs.
You're doing great, sweetheart. Give 'em hell. You got all the flowers. How wonderful. And now I just need you to burn up all those nasty lead delinquents. Use whatever you have at your disposal and light 'em up. Just like a Christmas tree, dearie.
Okay. Kind of weird lag kind of thing happening. All right, let's put on a new card, Gunslinger, and get 6% extra weak point damage.
That'll show those giant waves not to mess with Susan. Oh, I mean, well done, sweetheart. Oh, he's back. My arch nemesis, Beelzebub. You won't get my flowers, you audacious bug.
Oh yeah. All right. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. Plus 10. Plus 10. Pretty sure this is Executioner's Holy Fire. This thing is massive, dude. This thing is so huge.
The soil's surprisingly healthy here.
What was that? All right. Now, let's go and see. Odd boxes up at the vault. Let's see. Furious. Plus 5% damage per onslaught stack. Take that guy out. Next. Bruisers. We need pound. This is going to be a really good option for melee weapons. It's gonna be interesting to see if there is a Onslaught 4-star equivalent for ranged weapons. Not. Maybe? Perhaps? let's see if we can make some changes to this auto axe. Oh. Much script. Create an auto axe. Can't make an auto axe. Right? Cool. Try this. We're just gonna throw Furious on this, even though this isn't really the DPS auto axe, but whatever. So body would be down to 8. So we now have Furious on here. Plus 5% damage per onslaught stack up to 9. And Pounder. Plus 10% damage onslaught stack up to 10. So let's see if this will change now. So before with just Pounders, we were going up to 10 stacks on the HUD. Let's see if adding Furious with Pounders means that we go up to 19 stacks on the HUD.
Tear you apart.
Yep. So it does add. So it goes up to 19. Yep. This is ridiculous, honestly. Oh yeah, the other difference here is, that's right, getting in power armor gives you plus 10 strength automatically. That's right. Let's see, where's that bonus at? Plus 10 strength. Ow. Patient. Alright, so when we're at max stacks with this auto axe, we're getting 100% extra damage from Pounders, and then we're getting 45 damage from Furious. So at 19 stacks between these two, these added up, we're getting 145% damage. On to the best DPS weapon in the game. is getting buffed that much. I mean, it's just, you don't even have to stop anymore. You just, this is, and guys, this is not an auto axe build. There are 0 perk cards boosting the auto axe. 0. Only thing is Bloody Mess. That's it. Bloody Mess. Gunslinger isn't working because that's only for ranged weapon. Tenderizer is working, yes. Bloody Mess and Bloody Mess, Tenderizer, taking one for the team. Actually, taking one for the team might not even be working since they're solo. And it's just eating through everything like we are in a full auto axe build. Dude, this is ridiculous. This is... This is nuts.
Of the super mutant.
Where's he at? Boy, you sure you want to see these Onslaught stacks, boy? Come on, you're shooting that gun like you want some of these Onslaught stacks, boy. You sure you do? I mean, they're just not even... Wow. Josh Butters, thanks for that hot sub on the YouTube. Nuts, dude. What the heck? Crazy. Even be like this, honestly. They need to be doing things to add difficulty to this game because the game's just getting too easy. Just too easy to kill things. Just to do anything in the game now. Honestly. It would be interesting though to see Onslaught stacks on a weapon. So for instance, this machine gun with Furious, that would be pretty cool. %, faster. Blow is high. Okay, this is another one of those perk cards where the first rank is the best bang for the buck. 0 to 1 ranks, you go from 0 to 10%. 1 to 3 ranks, you go from 10 to 20. Science Master. While you have glow, gain 15% bonus damage for 15 seconds. 10 seconds upon getting hit. This one seems like a must. Keep your radiation high, you're always glowing, right? 15% extra damage, that's the same as Bloody Mess for 10 seconds. Yeah, it's only for 10 seconds, but that's when you get hit. How many times are you getting hit in this game? That's a pretty big one. That's like having 2 Bloody Messes, pretty much. And that's base damage. The same as Bloody Mess. So it's just base damage across the board for everything. Which is really cool. So that's a really good one. Depending on how easy it is to keep your glow, it'd be super easy. That one could be cool. Expending glow makes your throw grenades deal more damage. That's kind of what it... While feral, reduce your target's damage output. Huh, interesting. This is also another dynamic that's going to be pretty interesting to see if whether or not being feral is actually going to be worth it, because there's so many penalties to being feral just to get what? 150% melee damage? As if you need 150% extra damage on the auto axe, right? I mean, you just saw how quickly those level 100 supermoons went down without an auto axe build, right? And you want to be feral just to add 150 on top of that? But see, you'll have... There's too many negatives for being feral. Honestly, that might not be worth it. Holding large amount of glow provides greater glow to nearby ghouls on your team. That one's kind of eh. Because the thing is, you don't know who is a ghoul or who isn't. So... Support, that'd be decent to have it. Feral. Hymns are... Huh. That one might be worth it. Radiation power. Spend a small amount of glow per hit to deal 20% bonus damage to targets. Kind of weird that this is endurance perk card, considering it boosts damage. And it'd be interesting to see how radiation power, where you use glow to do extra damage, will synergize with Science Monster, where while you have glow, you deal 15% extra damage. But if you have both of those, you're losing glow, but you're doing an extra 20. So if you have glow and you have Science Master and that other card, you would be getting 35% extra bonus damage. Now again, this is everything. Melee weapons, ranged weapons, everything. But you would be consuming glow with the other perk card, and this perk card is based on you having it. So probably just going to need to have that Toxic Goo hotkeyed to something and then just spamming it all of the time. Because as long as you're using Toxic Goo and keeping your glow up, you're going to do 35% extra base damage, which is a decent amount. So that seems like one of the better ways to approach being a ghoul, is constantly be spamming Toxic Goo to keep your glow up. So that way you do that 35% extra damage combined with combining radiation power and the other one. Like that might be a good way to go about that. Non-automatic melee damage provides a small amount of glow. So couldn't use this with the auto axe, but if you were doing some kind of a one-handed or two-handed melee weapon build with a ghoul, this would help the other two cards to work better, because you would be getting glow free just by attacking. So that one could synergize well with the other two. And then of course breathe it in, reduces radiation resistance. Arms of Steel. This was going to be pretty interesting to see if this is going to be worth it or not. This might be the equivalent to gimbal bracers on Vulcan, which that would be pretty nuts. So imagine you have Arms of Steel giving you 30% accuracy. You have gimbal bracers on both arms of Vulcan, and you're using stabilizers on the weapon. Can you imagine what that would look like? Imagine the accuracy for that. That would be incredibly fun. That would be a super fun build to do. Then brick wall, one that everybody wants. When your glow is high, makes you immune to staggering. So, brick wall, radiation power, and science master are all really good perk cards, but they all require you to have high glow. But when you have high glow, you're immune to staggering, which is the only thing in the game that does this. And you do 35% extra damage if your glow is high. That's pretty nuts. Man, it'd be nice if they had something like this for characters. Even if it was just a percentage, right? Reduce staggering chance based on your strength, or reduce staggering chance based on your endurance. Even if it was a percentage different, right? Humans also need to have something that prevents stagger to some extent. Even if you, well, they couldn't really make it a legendary perk card at this point, but humans need a perk card for staggering mitigation. If you're going to give it to ghouls, why not give it to humans? Yeah, it's understandable that ghouls it might make more sense for ghouls, because if you watch the Fallout series and David Goggins' ghoul character is taking damage, he's just kind of sitting there while he's being shot, right? He doesn't feel being shot by bullets. You could kind of base that on that ghouls kind of have a super power, essentially, and that's why they are more deserving of not being staggered than humans are. But even if you give, again, a percentage of a chance to mitigate staggering, right, based on endurance or strength, would be bad. Also, pretty interesting that Wrecking Ball has moved into this, into strength. Not sure why that needs to be in strength. Just 100% extra damage to objects. That seems like something that might be in... stays in or moves to intelligence or agility, but what? On kills, heals 8 HP. This does not seem good. 8 HP every time you kill something? When feral, glow perk abilities cost 50% less glow. It's going to be... The most interesting part about this whole thing is going to be what's going to happen with PvP. And what the PvP meta is going to be. Because it's going to get really complicated. Because if somebody's in power armor, how are you going to be able to tell if they're a ghoul or a human? So are you going to... How are you going to know, unless you can tell by how quickly you die, if you need to be running full assassins or full ghoul slayers? You have no idea. Fire. Burn them calories, boy. Get them reps. Off barrel meat. Yeah. I mean, that's cool, but it's the legendary perk cards for the ghouls are just kind of butts. Reduce how feral you are by 5%. Just use a chem, right? If you have psycho buff hotkeyed, boom, there you go. Right there. Those might not be worth it. if being feral wasn't such a thing, a demanding task to maintain, maybe that legendary perk card would be wise, but who knows? Maybe because the meta, at least in PvP, is auto axis. I mean, the meta everywhere is auto axis, but at least in PvP, auto axe. So it's going to be interesting to see if people in PvP are going to be feral or not, just to get that 150 extra % damage. They might. Oh, look who it is. God, that head is big. That's hilarious. Helmet is so big. So huge. What the? God. Action. Up off your action. That one might not be in here. Yeah, it's gonna be, there's a lot of stuff to consider. A lot of stuff changing. A lot of stuff. The stacks are cool though. Kind of something that Borderlands has been doing a long time. But what's cool about Borderlands too is it shows it on the screen, kind of like World of Warcraft does. Every single time you trigger something, if it's temporary, so events that happen on kills, etc. Every single thing triggers on screen. You see it proc. So for instance, if this was Borderlands, when Tenderizer procs and it starts to stack, you would actually see it on screen. So they should probably start doing, if they're gonna put the Onslaught stacks on screen in the corner, they need to also start putting other things like Tenderizer and Suppressor on screen. So that way you know if it's taking effect. Same thing with things like taking one for the team. So there should be something on screen that procs when this is actually taking effect, right? So you taking one for the team emblem shows up after you get attacked being on a team. It'll show right there on the screen. When you attack somebody, it should show that also. Tenderizer, Suppressor, the whole nine. Borderlands does a really good job of that. Every time you put something into a skill point on the skill tree that is based on a condition or an event happening, meaning you reload and you get plus 10% damage for 5 seconds, whatever it is, or you kill something and then you get plus 10% damage for 5 seconds, you always see that on screen. So that's cool that we're at least getting some of that with things like, but there needs to be. I mean, dude, it's just. Yeah, dude, that's not even fair. Too powerful. Definitely going to be the meta, that's for sure. Now it's just going to be interesting to see. Unfortunately, I don't have enough resources to do this on the PTS, but it'll be interesting to see if Furious with the Onslaught stacks is going to be a lot better, which seems like it would when you get all the Gunslinger cards and you get all that extra damage and reload speed for having high Onslaught stacks. And then you could just put Furious on any weapon and then get access to the Onslaught stack. So oh, you didn't see his mask? Where's he at? How big this thing is. It's like stretched. Like flat. Look at this. This is so ridiculous. Oh, yeah, that's pretty thick. He thick boy. He got a big old head. But that's what the ladies like. The ladies like a big old head. Look at these rats. Bull Slayer's Gulper Smacker. How convenient. What an appropriate drop. Hopefully it does stay like that. It's all of them? What? Game, God. Oh. Game. Masks and the clothes and the bugs. It's just. Wow. It doesn't hurt anymore. It doesn't hurt anymore. Oh, whoops. It doesn't hurt anymore.
Well, Rocco, when you're done in the bathroom over there, could you wash up and come help me zip this thing up, please? I just need someone with some soft hands just to get into the little crevices and get the zipper up. You think you can help me first thing? Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, Rocco, you're so good to me.
He wants to be the jackalope. Nocti. You have that one? On PTS.
Bummer, dude.
Gorge Beast Queen didn't work. Interesting. So it's only select ones. Thank you. BRB. Gotta piss.
Roll that beautiful bean for the...
Not even a mic on that scene. Ah! 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 I'm gonna do raids. Long-term goal, like doing raids for raid. Yeah. Yeah. There needs to be something else. Something else. Lunch boxes. Because okay, we do have enough. Thick. Need to make a critical build for gonna start there for now. We're gonna make a big guns critical build to farm the Guardian. So we're gonna do all heavy gunner cards, maxed out, lock and load. And then we're gonna do traveling pharmacy because the raids love to give you a insane amount of chems. Oh, that's right. Traveling pharmacy is only 2 now. So we have an extra slot. What else to put here? Besides one rank of a weight reduction card. Honestly, whatever, we could just take that out, put it somewhere else. Yeah, so strength is at 14. Concentrated fire, definitely want. We want as much damage in VATs as possible. What else do we want? Refractor? Or VAT's accuracy based on perception. 14% VAT's accuracy. Try that. And we're going to do bullet shield. Guardian loves bullet shield. We're going to do iron stomach. Going to do life giver, natural resistance. Going to do rejuvenated because it's freaking op now. Thirst quencher, through hiker. That maxes out. The only thing we're missing here is ironclad would be cool, but having maxed out bullet shield makes a lot more sense. Having fireproof would be cool, but we're not going to need it, honestly. With full overeaters, well, 4 pieces overeaters, 1 auto stem. I mean, you don't even need the extra tanking full health at that point. We are going to do happy-go-lucky to get our luck over 33. And then we're going to do party boy to help with that. Range of numbers, obviously, suppressor. And then stabilize. Let's take lucky party boy. I definitely want tenderizer. Not even going to do suppressor because we're probably going to be tanky enough to not even need suppressor. Take that one off. 4, okay. Stabilize, batteries included. Okay. Let's see. Definitely want gunslinger rank 1 for weak bot damage. Gonna be hitting that a lot. That's really it. Actually, we don't have any weapons with Furious. So we could do Gunslinger Master to get Onslaught stacks. But we don't have anything that's benefiting from Onslaught. And would it be pointless to have it? Probably. Okay, so we actually don't even need to use Gunslinger Master because we don't have a weapon. Even has Onslaught stacks, so we're not even going to use that. Really don't need anything else in agility right now. We're just going to max out luck. Quick hands, definitely. We're going to try using the minigun. That should be all of the things crit related. Yep, we've got 4-leaf clover, crit savvy, better crits, bloody mess, and quick hands. Okay. Oh. Crap. Okay, so this is good. Max. The max damage that we can get out of this thing. Big guns. Don't have Tesla 9. Oh, wow. 60? Woo! Woo! Dang. Okay. 5. All right. Let's run Bradley. Weird. Oh, you can drop those plans. Wow. Plans, new plans that you can actually drop. Who would have thought? You know what's crazy is how much damage this was doing, and it doesn't even have plus strength or plus power attack damage. It's missing the plus 40% damage and the plus 3 strength, and it still did that much damage in a heavy gun build. What on earth? Just wow. All right, let's see. We're gonna compare. Maybe not. We're gonna compare the 50 cal to the Gatling plasma. Yes, the Gatling plasma is gonna do more damage, but it's just gonna be fun to see. Oh no. We need something more with farming and something like owning a restaurant. It would be getting hourly quests to make meals and get biggest. Better yield food perks. You know what else would be cool? Kind of speaking about food, would be a perk card or something that increases the length of food buffs and camp items. So you could equip a perk card that would make the endurance buff that you get from camp last an hour instead of a half hour. And then it would make things like pemmican last 2 hours instead of an hour. That would be cool. All right, let's do some...
Alert. Unauthorized personnel detected. Activating defense systems.
Is he really already dead? Wow. Dude. Yo. What? Hold on a minute.
Combat mode active. Collateral damage expected.
Dude. That robot is doing so much damage. Did they buff him? Dude, that's Overeaters with an auto stem. And Power Armor Reboot just proc. Okay, what do I not have? Okay. Dodgy and suppressors. Wow. Okay. That's pretty crazy. Let's put on Dodgy and see if that makes a difference. Dude, that was kind of nuts. Honestly.
Mercy is not a feature of this unit's programming.
Dude, that's almost double the damage. Yeah, that's 107. That's almost double the damage.
Warning, energy usage critical. Temperatures reaching unsafe levels. Security bunker online. Take shelter immediately.
Uh-oh. This isn't good.
Facility secure. Begin standby procedure. Shield array reactivated. Resuming from...
Your mic is super good right now or something. Anytime you're more than 2 inches away from it, your voice cuts out. Yeah, there's a gate, a noise gate, and there's also a noise suppressor on it. So that's what the gate is supposed to do. The gate is you pretty much set it at a threshold to where if you're speaking and this is where the volume level is, the gate is cutting it off like here. That way anything that's under that, it's cut off and you don't even hear it. So for instance, let's say typing, right? Can't hear the keyboard at all. Now it's tricky because you want to have a good gate so that way it eliminates all the other extra crap in the background. But if the gate is too strong, it'll clamp out your vocals too much. So you kind of have to ride that fine line. But yeah, you're loud AF. Yeah, it is loud.
Alert. Unauthorized personnel detected. Activating
all right, bud.
defense system.
Don't die this time. Got so many quantums right now. I'm just gonna spam the crap out of. Dude, that is crazy damage that he's doing. Dude, that is nuts. He had to have gotten a buff. There's no way. They had to have buffed the Guardian. I can usually tank the Guardian without any over-ears pieces. But this is just... This is crazy. Meaning, usually in the base game, I run full assassins in the raid. Don't even run over-ears on this. Because you can just hit some stems and quantums and stuff and stay alive. But this is a different story. Wow.
Shield array reactivated. Resume termination.
You can be literally on it and not move, and it was cutting whole words. Oh, you mean it was... Oh, okay. That's what you meant. Huh. Suppressors on, honestly. This is nuts, dude.
Exceeds 90%. Mitigation.
Alright. Let's actually adjust the... But maybe... Change that up just a little bit. Better. Maybe that'll make it a little bit better. Yeah, it's pretty tough to figure out the balance with the gate on vocals to cut out the stuff that you don't want to hear, but also not cut into your main vocal too much. It's a fine line to ride. What is our XP looking like? 75? All right, let's get that up to... Get that up to 100. Now, let's take off Dodgy. So we can have some extra AP. And then let's add... Intelligence.
This is an automated message. Evacuation is in progress. Please proceed to the nearest exit in an orderly manner.
Very weird build right now, but... You have AP refresh still from Rejuvenated is giving us an extra 25% AP refresh. So we actually don't need to run Action Boy because we're still getting some extra refresh here, which is another badass thing about Rejuvenated getting fixed. Plus, we have a buttload of quantums. Oh, you just spam those for AP.
Alert. Unauthorized
All right,
personnel detected.
now
Activating defense.
we're going to be reducing his damage by 30%, but we aren't using dodgy, so it's not going to cut into our action points. We're going to be able to stay in VATS. Now, what is... Ooh, luck is only 21. Ouch. We need Nuka Dark. Is he draining AP too? In the heck?
Warning, energy usage critical. Temperatures reaching unsafe levels. Security bunker online. Take shelter immediately.
I got glitch out or something?
Repair successful. Resuming combat protocols.
Dude, he had to have gotten buffed. There's no way. That's nuts. Have honey use AP buffing. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. cans doesn't make any sense. Since we're not really, cliche. Have that. Got to put that on. Could say, luck of the draw? Maybe? And then we could put 1 rank of quick cans on there just for the sake of it, but... Sometimes happy-go-lucky and party boy don't work correctly unless equip them and unequip them. Let's see, now luck is 18, so let's use vodka. Goes up to 21. Oh, no, unless they fixed it. Fixed it. Fixed. Normally, it would give you a lot bigger of a luck bonus than that, but... Maybe not. See where our food is at. We got a big guns magazine, Tesla 9. Yeah. Oh, we don't have any food items going pretty much. What happened? $231 for the season. Huh. Well, wait till you hear what Nuka has. What Nuka? What's your rank in the season? $289. Oh God. Wow. You guys are crazy though. It's both of them really high.
Guys are nuts.
That's funny. That was clever. That was good.
This is an automated message. Evacuation is in progress. Please proceed to the nearest exit in an orderly manner.
What do you redeem your tickets for, Nuka? Nocti, what do you guys redeem them for? Legendary modules?
Alert.
Perk points?
Unauthorized personnel detected.
Scouts banners?
Activating defense systems.
Scouts banners one is kind of funny, but that's actually not a bad deal. Scouts banners is badass. is hitting hard now.
Warning, energy usage critical. Temperatures reaching unsafe levels. Security bunker online. Take shelter immediately.
$600 module. Adams don't need legendary modules or perk cards. Oh, true, that's right. Yeah, you are in abundance for those. Get off that torso. There you go. Yeah, the bobblehead one's pretty cool too, and the magazine one's pretty cool too. Oh, whoops.
Warning, energy usage critical. Temperatures reaching unsafe levels. Security bunker online. Take shelter immediately.
Great it would be to be a ghoul right now and not get staggered.
Force will be met with force.
Hell just happened.
Temperatures reaching unsafe levels. Security bunker online. Take shelter immediately.
An update is camp related. Plus camp item. Yeah. 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 We only had utilize camp items like artillery or crane treasure display. Yeah, artillery is kind of a waste. Artillery is a really cool concept, but just doesn't really work that well in practice. Yeah, having 5% or 5%, having needing to have 5 perception in order to target a limb, and then essentially nerfing concentrated fire because of that, it's kind of lame. That might not stick, honestly. A lot of people are going to be pissed about that. Maxed out 2 new ghoul legend perks. Ghouls can't use overeaters. Well, not become a ghoul. Somebody did a video about that. I can't remember what the result was. It's either you can't, you might be able to. It just depends. You're just gonna have to see. It could just be that you can use overeaters and it just stays at 6% the whole time. That might actually be the case.
Alert.
You might actually be able to use
activating defense systems.
overeaters with a ghoul, maybe. Dude, this guy is nuts now. He definitely got buffed. There's no way! There's so much damage! That's doing so much damage.
Warning, energy usage critical. Temperatures reaching unsafe levels. Security bunker online. Take shelter immediately.
Repairs complete. Re-engaging. Disengagement is unauthorized.
Dude. Wow.
Warning, energy usage critical. Temperatures reaching unsafe levels. Security bunker online. Take shelter immediately.
Repair successful. Resuming combat protocols. Elimination will be swift.
Says human perk only. Hopefully get a ghoul only effects. Well, the upside then, and that's the case, not being able to use overeaters with a ghoul is the fact that you have 2 health bars. So... I mean, you're going to be really tanky as a ghoul as it is. And then that would just leave you with the options to use vanguards. Granted, vanguards isn't as good as overeaters, but it's still going to help to increase survivability a little bit. Not as much as overeaters, but run a vanguard set. You're still going to get a lot of... It's still going to help you. So... It's not the end of the world. Ghouls have 2 health bars, first off, so they're going to be pretty tanky as it is to begin with. And then you could just run a vanguard set. which is cool because then that actually gives some kind of a use case scenario to that first star that never gets used, which is always cool, which is always a plus. It's always a plus for them to find a use case scenario for legendary buffs or things in the game that are normally not good, but then now something happens and now there's a use case for it. So you could do a separate set for your ghoul, which has vanguards on all pieces, and that would be sick, especially if you combine that with something like Aegis, and you just get all these DR and energy resistant numbers out the ass, right? Just boost it super high. Not leveled up yet. Wolves have 10 less charisma. Yeah, they're getting a pretty big hit, especially if you're feral. There's a lot. The minus 10 charisma. Oh yeah, that is for any ghoul. That's not just if you're feral. There's an additional charisma loss if you're feral on top of that. Perked it when hit, it disperses rads a little bit. There's something kind of like that, but it's about glow. There's one in charisma where if you're glowing, you increase glow on ghouls around you. Kind of like that, but ooh, actually, good idea. We're going to put VATS optimized on this Gatling plasma. All right. Let's try one more. We have a little bit more optimized gap plasma now. This is about as best as it's going to get for this specific situation. Actually, pretty sure anti-armor in this specific use case scenario would actually do a little bit more damage. Against the robot versus aristocrats. But it's not enough of a difference to even worry about, so. What? Hell is this? Super is not that good if you don't have damage resist. What's the point of 2 HP bars if you can resist the enemy damage? Because you would have 2 health pools to pull from, which would make you tankier. So you would be losing overeaters, which overeaters makes you tanky. And then you would be supplementing that with 2 health bars, which makes you tankier. So you would be losing tankiness and replacing it with tankiness. It just looks different. So not having overeaters for a ghoul isn't really that big of a deal. Again, get a full set of armor and just put vanguards on it. Vanguards is still good. And then because you'll always be full health, so you'll have a lot of extra damage and energy resistance. Plus there's other, what is the one? Not Action Ghoul. There's this one. 20% evasion chance when your glow is high. No power armor. So it's kind of like Serendipity, but you can use that and that would help. Because that's not based on a percentage of damage or health either. It's just all of the time. You just get a 20% chance all of the time. Which is pretty nuts. Because Serendipity is 30%, but it's at a certain amount of health. But that's 20% chance to avoid damage at any health amount. So, if you're worried about survivability, definitely use that perk card. You just got to keep your glow high. But there's a lot of really good incentives to keep the glow high anyway. Alright, well, you know what? Well, no, we'll keep that on. We'll get rid of, we're not going to hit 33 luck right now anyway, so we're not going to boost luck that high, but we are going to put Action Boy back. So that way we can get more AP quicker. Dude, what the heck is going on? Alright, anyway, that's a sign that, time to end the stream. Yeah, Packing Light's cool too. That's sick. That one's a badass perk card. 25% is huge, considering it's only what? How many perk slots does that one take up? Anyway, that's a good one too. Lots of interesting changes though. But thank you guys for coming by. If you haven't already, follow on Twitch. Don't forget, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can sub to a Twitch channel for free. Meaning it costs no money to do it. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming by.
Game over.
Yep, that is true. That is true. Might try to stream Wednesday, maybe? Who knows? That's not the right screen. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for coming by. See you next time. Have fun with yourself. Later tonight, in the bathroom, in the shower, when you're taking the thing and then
Perfection.